The Magic Marvel set has, well, been so far an abject disaster. The Secret Lair has gone the way most popular Secret Lairs do. People have waited in line for queue, they've missed out on products, you can't get your hands on stuff, things sell out, and the bots rule the day, which is kind of appropriate when you think of the universe we're living in, but never mind, I digress. I really do believe that there are good and bad aspects to not only this Secret Lair drop, but most Secret Lair drops, and, spoiler alert, there is value to be had in my opinion. I will let you know right now here in the introduction that I did not get any of the Marvel Secret Lair drop, but that doesn't mean I don't think there are ways to get value out of this product even if you didn't get it at release. Let's talk all things Marvel and my hidden tip, the way I will be seeking value. Let's go. So I want to get this out of the way right away. I think this Secret Lair release, and most Secret Lair releases when it comes to limited products, are normally a disaster. People flood into this massive queue, they stand in line, they do everything they can to get their hands on this product, and then if you do, you buy as much as you can, and you hoard it, or you secondary market, or scalp it, or whatever the phrase people want to use on the internet today, and if you don't, it's just a feel bad, and you generally take to Twitter and Reddit, twit it. It's like Reddit and Twitter all in one. Oh my gosh, did I just invent the worst thing ever? You take to these platforms and you decide, I'm going to complain about it as loudly as possible. And, well, I'll just tell you, I'm in that boat. I am not, a loud complainer, but I myself was not able to get my hands on any of this product. Life got in the way and I wasn't able to get in the queue and get anything before it sold out, or at least anything that I wanted. But I still believe there's value here. And when there's value there, that means one thing. The community does like this product, whether you're for Secret Lair or against Secret Lair. When there's this much value, this much chase, this much excitement, hullabaloo, hubbub, and everything in between, it does mean that it's popular. And when something is popular, that's generally indicative of people, liking it, wanting it in some form or fashion. And in the case of Magic Collectibility, this is a major win. Often we talk about sets and their releases in Magic the Gathering as a game because, well, frankly, it's a game first. It is the most played trading card game in the known universe, and it's going to be that way probably until we all don't know what trading card games are. But collectibility is an area where Magic the Gathering in recent years has struggled a bit, and I've talked on this channel many times that I think Secret Lair is a good way to induce collectibility, induce people to get treatments and alt arts and things that they actually desire without hurting the player base, without harming the core that is Magic the Gathering, the game, what makes the engine go. Now, this model is broken a little bit here because I am totally against functionally unique Secret Lair drops. Functionally unique products that come out of Secret Lair, they blow my mind. I'm not going to get into it here. I did an entire video on it. I'll try to remember to link it here. If not, someone in the comment section below can let you know what the video is. And if you disagree with this take, feel free to let me know down in that comment section. And while you're down there, press the subscribe button and the like button on this video, because for a small channel like mine, it helps out more than you can possibly imagine. But this idea of functionally unique cards in the Secret Lair, it blows my mind, but I'm not going to get into that right now. The collectibility here is a plus, but the functionally unique aspect of the cards, plus the delivery method where only a smaller subset of the community can get their hands on them and thus play them, is definitely not a plus. It is a negative, and the form of distribution, through this website, on this online queue, rather than through this crazy network that you have built, where it could go, to a shelf and a store could sell it for exactly what they sell everything else for, and they could make a little money and you could make a little money and the product could be available to all of your consumers. Like, the fact that we don't go through on this model is mind-blowing. Something I, to this day, do not understand, and it continues to be a negative with this Secret Lair drop and other Secret Lair drops that are extremely sought after or coveted. And I'll be very clear, I think the coveted nature, the sought afterness, if you will, of Secret Lairs is a good thing. I'm that weird Magic the Gathering player that plays Magic as much as humanly possible, as many times as I can throughout the week, but also believe that The cards need to remain collectible. There is a collectible ecosystem. There's a value ecosystem that must exist for this beautiful symbiotic balance relationship that we've built to continue on into the future. And for this reason, I like Secret Lairs that do this, but I don't like the distribution method. I don't like that we're not supporting our game store, supporting this network, and supporting players in the way that we've grown accustomed to make things like this available to the majority of people who are aware of what Magic is. Yes, it's a less profitable model, and yes, Wizards of the Coast is evil, and I'm aware that all they care about is money, and they're a business, and they need to make money, but I digress. This all being said, as someone who missed out on the Marvel Secret Lair, if you're still here in this video, I'm going to give you a little bit of bonus insight. I think there's a ton of value to be gained here, even if you missed out. And I will say this right off the bat. We're seeing prices online. We're seeing products and cards pre-listed. I would be patient. My plan personally is to be as patient as possible, to not jump into anything, don't FOMO into anything, because I believe that these cards will not remain functionally unique. They will be in the Marvel set, they will be in the Marvel product, they will be readily available. I'm not going to jump into the deep end of any pools quite yet, but there is a way to gain value, in my opinion, that leans into that collectibility aspect that we've been talking about. And as Magic fans, we have to step back and realize that this collectibility is going to go far and beyond most of what we experience. As Magic fans, we again see a game that we, the fans and the players, play. But Marvel's a different story. You've got a history of comic books. You've got a history of hardcore fans, franchises, collectibles, eras, and these items, these collectibles, these new Marvel cards are not only being introduced into the Magic the Gathering ecosystem, but also that Marvel collectibility ecosystem. And with that ecosystem comes access to a value boost that we don't normally have. We're actually going to get a small little bump of this. The Pokemon TCG really leans into the idea of this collectability, love for characters, and the nature of graded cards, but most of the time, Magic the Gathering, especially recent Magic the Gathering, take it from someone who knows, does not see a bump from graded copies of their cards. Why? You can't play these in your deck. I cannot put my Maze Mind Tome in my Commander deck, no matter how serialized it is, as soon as it hits one of these slabs. The Marvel characters, however, are a different story. I have often said that commanders are a great way to boost collectability in Magic the Gathering, because no matter how you choose to display them, they're always on display, they're always out there. They can be a jewel for you while you play the game. And in this idea, in this vein, in this thought, in this fashion, I think the Marvel characters are going to hold an extreme graded premium. I believe grading these cards, searching for PSA 10s, is going to help expand the value of these cards specifically the commanders, specifically the heroes from this Marvel release, in ways that we do not normally see from Magic the Gathering cards. Yeah, we see grades bumped for Vintage Magic and Power 9 and stuff like that, but for the most part, Magic's IP, well, it suffers, it lacks, and most of Magic the Gathering does not receive a bump from being highly graded, from being a pristine card. I believe this Marvel crossover, leaking into the Marvel ecosystem, bringing in more fans, and the iconic nature of the heroes we are seeing printed, it's going to bring a bit of that value from this graded ecosystem, a bit of that value, the Pokemonification, the outside collectibility, all molded into one. And there is a chance that if you are the one to collect a set of these and offer them online or have them in your collection, you are going to see a nice value bump. And in that vein, that is my plan. My plan is to follow the price of these heroes, follow them as they continue to level out, and if they level out to a point where they are deemed, they're somewhere in the realm of kind of what the layers cost, somewhere around that price point, you're not paying a hyper premium, my plan is to buy a bunch of copies of the heroes and get them graded, seeking out that high grade for these cards. I'm going to talk more about card grading on this channel, as I have a massive grading operation going on. I've really got into it, and I am up to something. There are, let's just say, a lot of Brothers War serialized artifacts that I'm going to be sending off for grading, and we know the print quality of that run. I'm going to be desperately disappointed. And also, I'm doing the same thing. I've got some Charizards, I've got some Pikachus. I am going to see if I can't dip my toe into the Pokemon grading ecosystem and come out, either even or unscathed. Follow for more, and we'll find out soon. All right, thank you so much for hanging out. If you agree with me and you think there's a value added these grading for grading these heroes, let me know in the comment section below. If you think that's a horrible idea, grading anything Magic is just the worst, and Hometown TCG, what are you talking about? Well, we're still in the race to 10K, so if you could, make sure you hit that sub button while you go in the comment section and tell me that I'm absolutely nuts. Thanks again for hanging out today. YouTube's going to suggest a video. It's on this side, I think, over here for you. Make sure you click on that because it thinks you like it, and who's to tell the internet it's wrong? You guys know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. Okay, goodbye.